And we welcome you to the Buzz with the Queen Bee on Sports Radio 106.1. Devin Dixon and Rachel dropping by the show. And I need to get that new song rolling for your intro, don't I, Rach? You heard that new song with the You Can Call Me Queen Bee? Who sings that? I know you know. I know you know.
I played for you. Yeah, the one I played for you in the studio when I was in town. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got to load that up. What's the artist? I can't remember.
A chick called Lorde. It's Lorde. She's like some 16-year-old out of Britain. It's awesome.
I got you. I'll have that on point for next time. For everybody, it's a trip down Throwdown Thursday Road on the Buzz, and we'll get to some Buzz Time trivia coming up next segment. But Rach, let's jump right into some of the stories that people might have missed in the sports world this week.
All right, here. This is actually one that just happened, I think, in the last 24 hours. Hiroshi Yamauchi, the Mariners' invisible owner, he died at age 85 from pneumonia. And what he's famous for, actually, being the owner of the Mariners, is he actually never attended a game despite owning the team. Not one game.
You know what? I did not know that, and I consider myself a Mariner fan. Does that make me less of a fan?
No, it just is a really obscure fact, which is my job to find.
Yeah, isn't he the guy that owned Nintendo, though? I've heard of this guy, right? Isn't he the guy that owned Nintendo?
Yep, he turned it from like a card and game, like a regular like board game kind of company, and turned it into what it is today, actually. He started the whole like gaming revolution for video games with that company. Yeah,
sad day. We'll see. Maybe who's going to be the owner? Do we know that?
You know what? I didn't see any updates on who's going to take over for him. I would assume maybe someone in his family. I don't know, because he had, I think it was an entire controlling stake in it. I didn't hear about any other owners. I'm sure there were maybe minor owners, but nobody that had a share like him. So maybe it goes to the company now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll have to keep an eye on that story. Obviously a sad day for him and his family, and best thoughts and prayers go out to him. What do we got next, Rach?
All right, here we go. Miami Heat forward Chris Birdman Anderson. I don't know if you've heard about all that's been going on. He was actually cleared in the child pornography probe after it became clear that he was a victim in a bizarre double catfishing scheme that's been going on. A 29-year-old woman posed as Anderson to talk to underage girls and others. And the woman, Shelley Lynn Chartier, I don't really know how to pronounce it. She's out of Canada, and she was booked in January on a string of charges that include possession and transmitting child pornography, impersonation, extortion, and making threats. Because not only did she talk to people online, but she convinced one girl that she was actually him so much that she flew to California, somehow actually met him, didn't put it all together, and they hooked up. And once she had left, the woman's claiming she was still Anderson, so that she had pictures of this underage girl who was 17.
Yeah, so Birdman's attorneys are saying this is that Tui Asasopo guy has got nothing on this lady if this is all true. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Exactly. So they've cleared him of all charges, and it has nothing to do with him anymore, so it's just all on her. So He's good to go, and he's off the hook completely. But the whole thing is just really bizarre.
It is. Obviously, we'll see if anything else comes to pass. This catfishing, I mean, go change your passwords on your Facebook account, everybody. I mean, this is nuts. How does somebody get all his passwords and his access to his bank accounts and all these computer passwords? I don't know how that works. I'm not a technology guy, but that's kind of a scary notion, to say the least.
Yeah, no kidding. So good for him. That really sucks, but I'm glad for him that nightmare's over, because that's just really lame of someone to do that. All right, let's see. Trent Richardson, as you know, he was formerly of the Browns. He was just traded to the Colts. Now, what's bizarre about this story is he learned about his trade on the radio after one of his friends actually called him after hearing about it. And his friend goes, "Hey, you've been traded?" And he goes, "What the hell are you talking about? Like, I haven't been traded." And apparently neither team thought to call him about the trade. They just forgot to call him. Both teams.
Unbelievable.
We
did talk about this a little bit earlier. It's like throwing salt in the wound. That's adding insult to injury, because you know what, though? He's probably going to be better off in Indianapolis, though. You know, I think he'll probably forget about that pretty quick and be glad to get out of Cleveland, as they're 0-2. And obviously the Colts with Andrew Luck and all the playmakers, they just add another playmaker to the offense. So, Yeah, that might sting a little bit. Yeah, that's not how you want to find out. Shame on the Browns for not doing a better job, but I'm sure Trent Richardson is just getting ready for this week's game against the 49ers and could care less at this point.
Well, yeah, they did an interview with him later, and he was actually really, great about it. He was very classy about it, and he had nothing bad to say about his old team, and, he just said he's looking forward to playing for the Colts. So he handled it very well, so it actually looks really good on him. So good for him. Good luck to him. All right, here we go. Moving on. We're going to move on to some crazy soccer madness because apparently soccer is one of the craziest sports out there, and the weirdest stuff happens. Ramildo Fonseca, he's a masseuse for a Brazilian Series D team, and he recently pulled this insane stunt of getting in his team's goal and actually blocking should-be goals. He got his team kicked out of the Series D thanks to him, originally this team advanced to the playoffs, but only momentarily, because obviously he's not a real player. And Tupi has taken over the spot left by the vacant and by the Jetson team. As for Fonseca himself, he's actually been suspended for 24 games and fined. And since it's Brazil, obviously he's had his life threatened because they are crazy about soccer down there. Yeah. A masseuse runs on the court. Let me block that shot. I got you, team, because clearly you can't do it.
Oh, can I throw one in here during the buzz? Can I throw one in? This is unusual that I do this. But have you seen this one, Rach? The San Jose Mercury and also the San Francisco Chronicle 49er fans wrote in their dismay and complained about how loud CenturyLink Field was. This draw a huge rating, actually outdrew 60 Minutes, even though it was lightning delay, it outdrew Monday Night Football. There was 136.6 decibels. That's Guinness World Record loud. And the letter that was sent in, was anyone else appalled by the unsportsmanlike conduct of the Seattle Seahawks and their fans? Juiced on noise, which surely creates as big an advantage over an opponent as any performance-enhancing drug, and which, to their shame, NFL officials turn the same blind eye they have to concussions and drugs.
You totally stole my closing story, by the way.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, that was my closer for the day.
This is the most ridiculous. You can't yell at a stadium. You can't have home field advantage. You can't make noise. This is the most absurd thing. Whoever wrote this should be ashamed of themselves times a million. This is ridiculous. This is
an older people that wrote it in that lived near the stadium, actually, that wrote this into to the Chronicle. That's how ridiculous it is. So I'm not even affiliated with football and kind of started the ball rolling.
Unbelievable. I hope NFL will listen before fans go deaf. Please stop the excessive stadium noise and just play football. At a time when our world seems sour, sports gives us a place of joy, community, and hope. And have it spoiled is a bigger loss than it seems on the surface. It's a football game.
Somebody really angry at life and clearly hates life. So you know what? Poop on them. They suck.
Yeah, I didn't mean to steal your thunder, but that one we hadn't talked about this week, and obviously I took pride in the fact that that's the loudest stadium. The 12th man is legit. Next story, sorry for stealing your thunder.
Oh, it's fine. You steal the thunder, I'll bring the lightning. It's totally fine, Devin. All right, here we go. Brandon Phillips of the Cincinnati Reds. He bunted during the 9th inning of a tie game with Houston. Now, I don't know if you've seen this video. It's pretty awesome. As he ran inside the baseline at first base, I think it was the shortstop who threw it. He threw it at him, and instead of going to first baseman, it hit Brandon Phillips in the head. And he was counted out. That was like the most ridiculous thing. It actually kind of knocked him a little sideways because it literally directly in the back of the head. And so it got knocked out. The score never counted. He didn't get to base, and the Reds never scored that inning. Did everybody go back to the original bases? I mean, it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Oh, just wait. Something will happen this weekend to top that. Just wait. It's bound to happen.
Bring it. Let's see. Former heavyweight Ken Norton Sr., he died this week at 7 years old while in an Arizona rehabilitation hospital after suffering a stroke last year. So if you know, Norton actually finished his boxing career with 42-7-1, which is an amazing record. And as you know, won Muhammad Ali broken jaw. So this guy had an amazing career. So condolences to his family. Amazing career he had.
All right. You lead with a Mariners owner dying, and now this is kind of a somber buzz today.
You know what? I didn't want to do back-to-back death stories. That's just really a bummer. I put some lighthearted ones in the middle, like, what we've had. But we've got some downer stories this week for sure, because apparently the world's going nuts.
Let's see if we can have a big finish here, and then we're going to get to some buzz-type trivia. Rach, what else we got?
All right, let's see. We got a couple more stories. We got Joey Kaminsky, no relation to me, spelled differently than me, just like to make this one clear. The Hamburg PA quarterback, he's facing actually criminal investigation after striking an opposing player with his own helmet during a game earlier this month. I don't know if you saw this story or this video. He's the subject now of another video that shows him throwing footballs directly at a teammate. The video shows Kaminsky at the urging of their coach, firing footballs at the chest and stomach of a sitting player at full speed during a practice session. Now, the sitting down player, had like a plate in front of his head, which I don't really know why. I guess so that he could hit the plate. But why are you throwing balls full speed ahead in a gym at one of your teammates? Why is the coach having him do this? So now the coach is coming under fire because it could have really hurt the kid. Because if it hits him in the chest hard enough, your heart can stop.
It's true. That's true. I did not see this video, so I'm flying blind on this story, Rach. But it does.
Pretty gnarly. Both videos are pretty intense, actually. This kid is nuts. And he's only 16. And if he's doing this kind of stuff, hitting another player with his helmet from the opposing team, taking his helmet off and whacking him, I mean, we've got some anger issues going here. It's only going to get worse as he gets older.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
You know what? I had another really sad one that I'm sure everybody heard about. I'm not doing 3 death stories in one buzz. That's just too much. So you know what? We're gonna finish the buzz part before we do buzz time trivia with something really great. Now, as you know, Floyd Mayweather won his fight this week.
Right.
So I don't know if you heard about this, but Snoop Dogg apparently bet on the fight. And do you have any idea what he won from the fight?
I think I saw that headline, but I did not open it and read that article. I don't know.
Okay, so Mayweather won $41 million. Fantastic. Snoop Dogg, on the other hand, won a pound of weed and put a photo of it up. It was pretty fantastic. So
the rumors aren't true. Snoop Dogg actually quit smoking. That's a farce. That's not true.
Clearly, very much a farce, as he looked very happy on his photo that's tweeted. Very happy. So, good job, Snoop Dogg. And that's Buzz Time.
When we come back, we will play Buzz Time Trivia. Rach will stick around, and we'll take your phone calls. Want to be the first to play? We've got some Craftsman Truck Series tickets up for grabs. 673-9398. Give us a call, and you got a chance to win tickets to Las Vegas Motor Speedway after this. Queen Bee, somewhere in here. It's a Buzz Time Trivia. Welcome back, sports fans. It is the Devin Dixon Show. Rach Kaminsky joining us, and time to get a little trivia on a Throwdown Thursday. And Rach, what's our topic today?
All right, the Olympics' most controversial athletes. We're going to change it up a little bit this week.
Wow, that sounds difficult.
There are some that are super well-known controversies, and some are a little more obscure. But I think people will get a couple of these for sure. All right. Let's get right to it. Caller, welcome to the show. How you doing this afternoon?
Good.
All right. First question.
All right, you know what? I'll start with an easy one, kind of warm up. You know what I mean?
I like it.
We'll do that. All right. So this U.S. track and field star, she also played for the WNBA. She won 5 medals at the 2000 Sydney Games, but admitted in 2007 she had been taking performance-enhancing drugs and was stripped of all of her medals. Who was it?
Jones.
Marion Jones. That's a good guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Nice job. Who's this? Jeff, you want to go down to Las Vegas Motor Speedway?
Sure.
All right, Jeff, I got 2 tickets to the Smiths 350, September 28th. Come to the station, and we'll have those for you, all right? All right, Jeff is made it 1 for 1. Actually, that wasn't too bad. That was doable, Rach.
That's what I'm saying. There was a couple that were really well known, and so I kind of eased into it, but now we're going to get a little harder.
All right, 673-9398. If you want to play, keep trying. We'll get to as many as we can. And our next contestant is locked and loaded. Are you ready to play Buzz Time Trivia?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Here's your question.
All right, here we go. This Cuban man won gold in Taekwondo in 2000 at the Olympics, and he was trying again for the medal in 2008. But during a match, he hurt his toe. He was given a 1-minute rest. He let